and welcome to Farming Simulator 19 Holmer DLC. So we have the Holmer pack is here. Now this is a free DLC, and the best way to download this is just to go into the store and download it. Don't bother through the mod hub, just do it through the store and you shouldn't have any problem. Sometimes it's a bit problematic doing it with the mod hub. So what have we got? Well, basically we've got all this kit. The lighting isn't great, so we've got manure, grain containers, multi-grain containers, slurry tanks, injectors, bigger injectors, and then the three different, they're the 585s. I've got them out because of the different tyre options. And then this is the Terra variant 435, and wow, what an awesome looking bit of kit that is. Fair play. Now a lot of people didn't like the Holmer DLC. I had a few friends, they weren't really into it, but I love these tractors. Well, they are tractors, although in the shop they're down as miscellaneous, and I don't know why Giants do this crap. It's always been in a tractor because it's a tractor, so now they move it. Now if anything, it's not miscellaneous. This one comes with a slurry tank, so surely that could have been in the slurry section or the crop protection section. But there you go. So if you're looking for it, it's in miscellaneous. I don't know why, they all are. Although these ones are tractors, really. Anyway, the 435 comes with the two different colour tanks on the back. That's the only options available for it. You've got the nice, that bright yellow, or the grey, and even the grey does look quite nice. You know, it is a nice looking bit of kit, it really is. Now these cost, well, money wise it is a bit crazy, because like this one, you can only have this tank on the back, and then you can put injectors on the back, and that's about your lot. So it is a designated fertilizer for slurry or digestate, really, isn't it? Now you can use this to fill up other containers, so you can use it as a tender. The cost to buy it are 381,500. Now it's 19,456 to lease it. Initial leasing costs, and they got a 24 mile an hour top speed. Got the 3-point on the back here as well, so we can use it as a tractor basically. It's 435 horsepowers, and you can have the wide tyres or the standard tyres is the only tyre. It's extra six, I think that's the wides, yeah, they're the wides. They're extra $6.5 grand for those. But like I said, it is just an expensive slurry tanker. Now I do like the way it's those mirrors pop out like that. That's pretty cool. One more time. Look at that. Lovely. And let's get it out in the sun a little bit. Now check to make sure they're working to fill them up. So I've got a trusty buy station, and yet you come in, you got the slurry or digestate, whichever one you want. Now this one, it does hold 16,000, and I suppose this is all real life, but to me it's just right, that's 16,000. Okay, fair enough, brilliant. So this is all we can do with this is move slurry or digestate around, or put it on the fields. That's it, or fill up other tanks with it, as you have got the working arm. Let's turn it around the right side, which is a pretty cool feature. Let's get that in the sun. and it does go up and down, so you have got quite a bit of movement on it. Now you see all the pump gear on the side here. The detailing over all this is crazy. Look at that. Hell of a bit of kit. Now when it's working, you've got this wheel, and it's when you've got an operating position and a transporting position, and the wheels come down. I think they're twin on the 585, and there's another wheel under here which comes down, but I'm sure they got that round the wrong way, because surely the operating position, the wheel will come down in the driving position, or is it to make it more stable driving? I'm not too sure. I do like the way you can see through the mesh on the sides there, see into it, but highly detailed, which it's got to be, hasn't it? If it's coming from Giants, then it's a DLC, so it's a showcase. It's, hey, look at all this, and yeah, that's pretty cool. So we have got a manual. Well, a manual fillet. I think I did fill it up. No, so that doesn't work. Or is that on and off? It might be. Right, let's bring that round. Let's put the help menu on, actually, so you can see. There you go. We've got your right and left on the right pad, and then it does hook straight into there automatically as well, which is quite nice, so you don't have to mess around with it. And then you can go up and down like that. Pretty cool. So yeah, as I was saying, you've got the transporting position, so we'll put it into transporting position, and the wheel goes down, and the one at the front there goes down as well, but I'm sure that would be the working position, and then do operating, and he comes back up. So going inside, and you expect we've got the LCD screens going on, and up here when we do the lights, you can see the display lights up. You got the first set of lights, then the next set of lights for a full beam. And that's pretty cool. Down on the dash you have got the indicators, so you know you got them on, and nothing really going on with pedals, but there was on the joypad. You can see as soon as we start doing this, it starts moving the boom around. So yeah, that all works. Nice clear view straight out the back, all glass out the back, so we should be able to see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that is it for inside. Now I put this one for his paces earlier, and everything's working, no problem. I was using one of the smaller injectors. Now you can use this for other, I think you can use it for other things. Actually, I've got a plough over there, and the one thing I haven't checked yet is to see if that 3-point will hook up and it will still use it as a plough, so it's not wasted as just a tender and the slurry tank injector. I'm pretty sure this is going to hook up as a 3-point at the end of the day, isn't it? Yeah, so it will. Now this one I didn't check to see how it performed ploughing, because this plough here is 500 and we've only got 435, so I don't expect it to work that well, and it's a lot of money for for a bit of kit for 435, where the next one it's only another 7 grand, and you can actually have 485 brakes. So it makes you think, well, why would you use this? What's the reason for buying the one with the tank when you can buy the other variant where you can have lots of different attachers on the back, on the you've got the manure, multi-tank, slurry tanks, so you've got all that rather than just having one slurry tank, and this is 7 grand less than the other one. But that is ploughing actually at 6 mile an hour, so it is a little bit underpowered, but it does work as a tractor. And then we've got the grubber steer, which one does it? So we can have just the front wheel, and then grub steer, left, right, and then normal, and then the front again. But with this one, I just always try and have it on. I do grub steer every now and again, but I forget about it. This 4-wheel steering on these is awesome. Get you out some tight spaces. I keep missing these fences, I just can't see them. Right, so that is the 435 slurry tanker tender, and you can use the injectors with it as well. But yeah, it is a nice looking bit of kit. But 381,500 is a lot of money, but this is a lot of money as well. This is 387,500. Now I'm sure on FS15 and 17 the Holmer was around the £249,000, because it worked out. That's why I did use it quite a lot, because it was a cheap tractor for the money, and it can do anything any other tractor can do. So yeah, 387,500, and then leasing costs it's 19,762. But you have the 585 horsepower, which is a lot. I'll tell you what, let's go into the shop and we're going to have a look at tractors with over 500 horsepower, and they're a lot of money. So we're scrolling up, here we go, we start hitting the 500s, yeah, 425, 428, and if we want the 585, which this one is, you're talking quad track money. And we got up to 600, yeah, and that's 482,000. So all in all, it is cheap, but I don't understand why it is in the miscellaneous section. Slurry spreader. Can it go in the slurry spreaders? And is that not a tractor? So yeah, cost wise, there's no real point to buy the 435. Apart from it looks cool, but as a working tool, what's the point? The Terra variant is minus 28 slots, so they are quite a few slots, and plus when you start putting stuff on the back, some of these go up to, you're talking about 60 slots, because some of these are 30 slots or just under, so you've got to be careful of that. You can, when you buy the extra, the next one, it does give it you cheaper, I think. Well, it should, not cheaper, but less slots. Yeah, -2 for the next one, and it's -2. So every extra one is going to give you, it's going to cost you -2 slots, instead of normally that's a -1 slot. So yeah, like I said, we come with it has got another narrow tyres, which aren't that narrow. They were a lot narrower before, and that was the standard one. And then you've got the wide tyres, where these tyres are huge. Fair play. But on the 3-point on the back of this one, you've got the 2 wheels on the back, whereas the 435's only got the 1 wheel. But all the detailing on all this is crazy. Look at that. pretty cool. Let's jump up on the back and have a look around. So we got a load of checker plate going on, and then again all the hoses and the detailing of all this is crazy. Look at that. That is awesome. And the wheel stops. Highly detailed bit of kit, and I love it. I do like it. Right, so let's fire it up. And we didn't check the lights on the other one. They're all exactly the same. You got your first set of lights that come on the front and your back working, or normal lights, and then your next set, which is your work lights on the back, and then you have your front set as well, and beacons, indicators. Yeah, that's got side indicators as well, and then the same on the back. Well, come on camera. Brake lights, reverse. So, for those who don't know, easy to hook up. All you got to do is just drive underneath. Make sure you don't, because you can start pushing it around. So you got to make sure it's nice in the middle, and then it will just attach. Easy as that. Right, so this one is 21,000 litres. Now this is what I was talking about, where this one over here is 16,000 and you can't do a lot with it, but this you can put on the back, and then you've got 21,000 and you can do whatever you want with it. Really, you can swap and change and, you know, do anything with it. Any of the different attachers, any of the different beds you can put on the back. So why would you use this one? It sort of makes that one a bit obsolete, really. But yeah, same again, all the detailing on all the pumping equipment is awesome. Pretty bloody awesome. Now this tank is the TV585, and it does hold 21,000 litres, and it is 70 grand to buy. So they're not cheap, they're really not. But most of this DLC stuff isn't. It's normally set around the real sort of money it's going to be. You can lease it for 3,570, and it's minus 24 slots, so it is quite a few slots really. You do need 100 horsepower to run it, which isn't relevant really, because we've got a bit of kit which 585 horsepower. So we got a slurry tank on, and the next thing is to hook up with the injectors. And let's go over in the sun so we can have a look at the vibro grubber. And let's just unfold that. Now this bit of kit will fit on any other of the slurry tankers we've got. It's not just for the Holmer, you can use it for any of the other bits of kit. We've got quite a few different injectors in the store, and you can use it all. It's all compatible at the end of the day. You can use it all. Now this one, it's 6.2 meters, so it's not the biggest one, and it's minus 3 slots. £34,000, £800 to buy it, and it's £1,774 to lease. And it is a highly detailed bit of kit. It looks like all galvanised there on the paintwork. All the hoses, done a top job. Well, let's go and run it through the field. Right, so let's get that unfolded again. Drop it down. And let's put the speed down and we'll do the worker. And there he goes. Oh, he's not working. There. So yeah, we got some animation going on. Pretty cool. So that all works, no problems. Whoa. Right, now this is the other set of injectors we're using, which part, so everything here is part of the DLC. It does say in the shop, it says underneath Holmer DLC, so you can tell which one it is, but it is all in the different categories. You do have to do a little bit of searching for it. Whoa, where's that one off? What's going on with that? That was dropping into the ground. Is that because of this wheel crack? Not that. Anyway, let's get this unfolded, because now you can see we're doing a lot bigger, and there is bigger install which you can use. And there it is, drops it down. Bit of sun glare on there, but the detailing on this bit of kit, look at all these hoses, it is awesome. Now this is £32,800 to buy, £1,672 to lease. 15 meters wide and is -5 slots, so not a huge amount, but already you see we got 5 slots for that. That was 24 slots I think it was, and then you've actually got the machine as well, which was 28 slots. It all mounts up pretty quick how many slots you're using. So let's get the worker on the go. Yeah, and this one is just more of an injector, where the other one it cleans up the, that one just injects it in, the other one cultivates a little bit as well. Cool. Right, so moving on, let's have a look at all the other bits of kit we have to go on the back. So let's start over here. We've got to put the light on because this lighting's crap. So we have the Manure Spreader. Now this is £31,000 to buy, 1,581 initial leasing cost, and holds 17,400 litres. It's got a 24 metre spread out the back and is minus 25 slots. So like again, 25 slots, the variant's 28 slots. It mounts up pretty quick. It has got a 12 mph working speed, and as you can imagine, the detailing on it, look, oh come on, let's get under there. look at that, it's pretty good. Very detailed mod. Then we move on to the, now we've got two tanks. You've got the multi-tank and then the grain tank. Well, it says grain tank, but basically I think that was the MB. This one takes your 8 different commodities with your wheat, barley and blah blah blah. Yeah, that one just does chaff, and it does sugar beet, does potatoes, and then this one is your wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, fertilizer and seed. So this one is your multi one, what you can do what you want with. This one is only going to pick up your chaff, your sugar beet and potatoes. But again, these are, what I love about this one, look at the hoses hanging down like that. How awesome is that? That's pretty cool. I like that little feature. So this one is £78,500 to buy. So like I said, it's, you know, they're not cheap at all, and it's minus 29 slots. Now let's just check to make sure I have got them round the right way, because that is that one. Yeah, 25,000, and that's minus 14 slots. So I've got them round the wrong way. So this one is £64,900 to buy. Initial leasing cost 3,309, and it is minus 14 slots and holds 25,000 litres. So this one, it holds less than the other one, because this one is 35,000 litres. This is minus 29 slots on this one. Costs 78,500 to buy, and initial leasing costs are £4,003. So let's get him hooked up. And there it is. No, I haven't checked this one yet, so we'll just put a bit of manure in there. See if it's going to take manure. Yeah, no problems taking manure. And we'll see what that works like. Need to unfold so the plate comes up and then the back becomes exposed. Lovely. Wow. Nice. Should have put a bit more in there, but never mind. It works, it does the job. A decent size spread on there. So this is effectively, they're auger wagons. So you can load and unload into other trailers. So we can do the pipe out. And this is exactly what we had on FS17 and 15. Pipe in. and we can toggle. You see we have got direction on there, and it does look like there's a work light. Yeah, there is. Look at that, that's pretty cool. We have got a beacon on the top as well. It's a spinny one. Because I used to use this in the fields. Right, so that's, yep, that's taking everything it should. Let's just fit some soybeans in there. And I used to put another auger wagon on the back of it, and it did glitch a little bit. It wasn't too clever, but what have we got here? We haven't got any hookup ability. We've got a drop pin there, but that isn't going to attach anything. I'm pretty sure of that. Where is the proper trailer hitch? We don't seem to have one. Why do they do that? Bring out a new mod unless it got, perhaps the new one doesn't come with a trailer hitch, but somebody needs to mod one, and then you can have two trailers, because I'm sure you used to use the 30,000 auger, and that way we were moving quite a bit of material. I parked the larger trucks on the side, and I was using this to ferry up and down, fill them in, fill them up. And this is the MB, yep, MB multi-grain. So on this one we've got unfold, and it does come a little bit wider, pipe out, and then we have got more movement. It does go down quite low. I was quite surprised. Let's get round in the sun again. There we go. Yeah, so that's the lowest it will go, but that is, well, it's good for loading on the ground, and it can go up pretty high, so you're not going to have any problem getting that into the back of other trailers. I can remember you didn't have this tilt so much. It was sort of, it did it all together, and sometimes it was a bit of a pain. It would like knock the trailer over a little bit. Put pipe in, so we can have chaff, potatoes or sugar beet. Let's have some potatoes. And this should be the 35,000. Yeah, it's going to be 35,000 litres. Yep, there it is. Right, well that is about it for the Holmer DLC. Now remember, it is free to everyone who owns the game. If you've got Farming Simulator 19, it's free. You don't have to pay, you don't need a season pass or any of that. You can just go and download it, no problemo. So, righto, well if you found it enjoyable, this little episode, then don't forget to hit me a like, and if you haven't already subscribed and would like to see more content, then hit that subscribe button and you won't miss any more future content. Thanks for watching. Till next time, goodbye.